Yo, 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 what is up, people? Back, another video, futures trading, crude oil today. I'm standing up at my stand-up desk because I like to trade standing up sometimes. But let's get into this trade. So, going into the session today, what do we got? We have, all right, so the pre-market, let me tone it down a little bit. The pre-market session made this low here down at 56.44, right? So 56.44, this low was not able to be broken, right? So that was actually, let me go on the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart, where did that low come from? Well, that was actually yesterday's low too. So you see yesterday's low is right here. Overnight session tries to get down to that yesterday's low. And what happens? Rejection. Not able to, sellers were not able to drive it down lower. And that is a key reference going into today's session. Okay? So what happened rest of overnight? We rejected that low at 56.40, and this thing bounced, right? So we got a nice bounce, whatever. Now coming into the open. So let me give you guys some of my notes here. So yesterday rejected that low, wasn't able to accept below that, right? And no, I'm sorry. So yesterday rejected here is what I'm saying. Yesterday rejected this zone, right? This shaded zone. What did I tell you that was? That's a composite value area, okay? And it rejected that, right? So you see how it got into the zone, but it didn't really go forward, okay? So buyers were exhausted at this point, and end of the day, it kind of dropped, right? So that was yesterday. So yesterday was not able to break this composite value area low, okay, and it wasn't able to accept into the zone. So then sellers overnight, they also weren't able to break this lower than yesterday's low. So we're kind of stuck in this balance today, right? So today's kind of a real hard day to trade. It's more for the advanced players, okay? So if you don't know what to do in like a rotational day like this, I suggest you just stay away because it could get ugly, and you can see like these big rangy moves all day long. So it's been doing this since the open, right? Making lows, going to highs, going back down to the lows, going back to highs. All right, so it's kind of crazy, and I am lucky, not lucky, but I did a good job of managing my risk and coming out on top today. So I actually made 3 trades today. 3 trades today. You want to see them? I'm sure you do. So the first 2 were no good, no bueno. First 2, all right, so what happens here? I'm on the 1-minute chart just so you can see the orders a little better. I don't ever look at a 1-minute chart just to get that cleared up, okay? So I'm looking at like 5 minutes, or I'm looking at a 1,000-tick chart, right? So, all right, let's get into it. So this area here, 57.15, was rejected at the open, whatever. We started kind of trending down, not really trending, but you know, sellers were in control at this point. And what happens here? 56.94, I placed a short, okay? 56.94, I placed a short on this wick. I thought it was wicking up to, you know, stop out these sellers, and then it would continue down. Nope, didn't happen. I managed my risk, 10 ticks loss, so that's 300 down right there. Starting off the day great, right? 300 down, boom, whatever. We reject this area again. So again, this area gets rejected. And then what do? So this area is rejected again. Sellers come back into the market, whatever. I try to get long right here, thinking it would do something similar, okay? So I try to get long right here on this little dip, and it didn't work out. I actually closed that one pretty fast manually, right? So I closed that one pretty fast. 57.03 I went long. 56.99 I cut my losses, right? So that was what, 4 times 3, 120. So now I'm down 420 on the session, okay? And I'm like, all right, this is my last try. I know I have a 3 strikes you're out limit. If I lose this next one, I'm gonna be pissed because I'm gonna, not be able to trade until tomorrow, okay? And that's something I hold myself to, okay? Just so I don't go crazy and have a really disgusting day, right? So, boom, whatever, 2 trades, L. And good, because I could have lost a lot more money on this one, right? So then I wait, and then something else pops up right here. This trade caught my eye. Went long, 57.05 after, sellers really stopped out here, right? 56.72. Buyers actually stepped in, and we saw that on the tape, on the order flow, okay? And then, yeah, I took the long, where is it? Took the long here, 57.05. And we actually got a nice, buyers actually really stepped in here. And yeah, I took a nice 30 tick profit, right? So it's a rotational day. I don't want to shoot for home runs like 50 ticks or, something like that, 80 ticks. So I just took the 30, okay? I took the 30 ticks. I made what, like 8 something on this trade. And yeah. It covered my 420 loss, and it was 870, I think, something like that. But yeah, it covered my losses and put me in the green. I wasn't looking at my P&L, by the way, the whole time. So I just trade a process, right? If I know my process is good, the money will come. Okay, so I took that long there, 57.05. Took my profits off at 57.34. Something I could have done was scale out one here to make sure I booked some profits if this rejected that and came back down. But I didn't. So I actually just went all in here, all out here. And that's it. So I actually caught the top right there. Almost missed it by like 9 ticks. But yeah, I'd rather take my profits and then wait again for this to retrace and then maybe go back up, right? So today's a rangy day. It's been chopping in between 57.43 and 56.72. So a 70 tick range today and a lot of opportunities, okay? So you can make money in these rangy days. It's just a little bit harder. You're not getting those A+ plays that you would like, okay? So that's what I did today. 450. Yesterday, nothing went down. It was crude oil inventories, right? So there's a report that goes out every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. And it's about the rig count, whatever supply of crude oil in the U.S., okay? And it makes the market go crazy. It makes crude oil bounce all around. So I like to stay away. I don't always stay away, but yesterday was one of the days where I was like, it's not worth it, right? And I had some other stuff to do. So yeah, that's today. 450 crude oil futures, baby. Crude oil futures. I'll see you guys tomorrow.